The big TV finales are here, and we're finally getting answers after a long season of mystery and suspense. So let's dig in. We have the gossips, the reveals, and the juiciest TV debate around in today's Loop. All right, before the break, we asked you guys what you were going to watch tonight, and surprisingly, 60% of you said that you're going to be watching some Idol. Yeah, actually, it's really not that surprising. I'm watching it, too. Joining us now via satellite to talk about this season's TV finales are Sean Jordan, editor-in-chief of CFQ Magazine, and Keith McDuffie, editor for TV Squad. Guys, thank you for being here.
Thank you.
All right, everybody's talking about The Idol. Sean, I want to start with you. This show, I mean, really, let's call it like it is. It's an oral sex bargaining chip for women. They're holding the goods hostage and making guys to watch it, right? They're making them pay attention.
Well, I'd really say, I mean, it's the ultimate pop culture phenomenon. Over 30 million people watch each week, so that's not just guys and their girlfriends that are forcing them to watch.
Now, did you catch it last night?
I did.
And what do you think? Are we set up for a good show tonight?
Yeah, you know, I'm torn. I thought Taylor did a really good job last night, but I'm a McPhee fan.
Now, Keith, what about you? Who's taking it? First, tell me who you want to win versus who you think is going to win, because it seems like people have two different things going on with that.
Yeah, well, you know, before last night, I was going to say Catherine's going to take it. She fits the mold, you know, for that American Idol. But after last night, I'd have to say Taylor's going to take it, and that's who I want to take it, too.
Wow. Now, any particular reason you're taking Taylor from last night?
Well, he did the best he could with the crappy song he was handed.
Yeah, I think if last night's
too.
Idol proved one thing, it's that songwriters today, they just suck in comparison to songwriters of the past. Sean, you were shaking your head there pretty angrily, but you disagree? It's not going to be Taylor?
Yeah, I mean, what I think it comes down to is American Idol's a search to find the next big pop star, not the next big Michael McDonald.
Ooh. But, I mean, you did see Kat last night, right? She looked like an hourglass filled with cottage cheese in that gray dress. That didn't bother you?
Well, if you look back at Kelly from season 1, I mean, she lost a lot of weight after she won as well. So.
Yeah, but if you see those bikini shots on the internet now, you realize a whole different story. But all right, that's enough of that. Monday night, 2 big season finales. Sean, they call you Mr. Spoiler Pants, I hear. That's what the kids on the street are saying. Anything on the upcoming 24 season? Come on, give us a bone.
Yeah, I mean, it's 8 months off. We have to wait till January, but my sources on the show tell me that we're going to see a lot of returning characters. Chloe, her ex-husband, Buchanan. We're going to see Wayne Palmer's. We're going to see Wayne Palmer again. Also, I'm hearing the action is going to venture outside of LA for really the first time, where we're going to see wide story arcs taking place in other cities.
Nice. Now, will there be a big, giant conflict that they're trying to resolve over the entire season as well?
There will be, but I hear it's not just L.A. that's going to be under threat. It's going to be more of a nationwide threat this next season.
Oh, I'm glad they're branching out. Keith, I know you're a big Alias fan, and I know, like other Alias fans, well, were you probably a little bit disappointed by this season? What did you think of the finale? Did it make up for it? Were you bummed with the season?
Yeah, I was bummed with the season. I don't think that the finale made up for what was really a lackluster season. Lackluster few seasons, actually.
What happened to Alias? It seems that, is it because J.J. Abrams, the show creator, left? Is that why it's gone downhill, you think?
I would say that's a pretty big reason. I mean, he didn't have much involvement because of the movies he's been doing. So I think that may have been a big reason for that.
Now, Sean, some people were disappointed with Lost as well. They said, JJ leaves, he's doing this little Mission Impossible thing, whatever. And they say that Lost is kind of suffering. Are you one of those fans? Do you think the last few episodes have been lackluster?
No, I'm a huge Lost fan. I think the difference between Alias and Lost is he left Lost in great hands. The creative talent behind the scenes have just done a stellar job all season long.
So you're not bothered by the repetition, perhaps? I mean, how many more times are we going to learn that Saeed is a torturer and that, the island's loaded with more heroin than Pete Doherty? I mean, how many more times are we going to hear these things? At some point, do we stop caring?
Well, I think there's always something new. There's always deep layers to the show if you really go down enough. Yeah, with television, you need to repeat yourself to remind viewers occasionally of what's going on, what they've seen before. All
right, well, there's a big 2-hour Lost finale tonight. I know Mike Tebow is psyched. Keith, do you have any revelations? Do you have any spoilers for us? Any inside info?
Well, actually, I heard some pretty interesting stuff today that I'm afraid to reveal for 2 reasons. One, I don't want to spoil it for everybody if it's true. And 2, if it's not true, I don't want to look like an idiot.
All right.
But I will say
give us a gist, then.
Well, I think that someone's going to very likely leave the island for good, or look like they're leaving for good. Whether it's they die or they just leave on their own accord, it's up to you to decide. But and I think also one person might be getting shot, and it's a male. So,
all right. Are the two related? Are we assuming that the island's magical healing powers are going to save somebody from a gunshot, or do you think these rumors are one and the same?
From what I'm reading, I think that they're both different things.
Okay, nice. All right, that's two spoilers for 2 hours. We're good there. Sean, what about you? What are you most excited to see for tonight's finale?
Well, I am Mr. Spoiler Pants, so I'll go ahead and say I think the person that's going to get shot and leave the island is going to be Michael. I think we'll definitely see him going. I don't mind saying that. I'm most excited about learning more about the others. I mean, we have the room, we have what's going on with them, pretending to be other people. We're going to meet Widmore. We're going to see more of Libby. There's just so much, but just wait for the last 3 minutes. That's going to be the mind-blowing stuff right there.
Now, what about the plane crash? Real quick, Keith, are you concerned with why this plane crashed or how it crashed? Do you care to learn that? Or do you think at this point people want to know more about the island and the others?
Well, I think it might be equal. I think that a lot of people want to know what's going to go beyond what we already know. The plane is kind of old news if you think about it. What's in that new hatch that's being guarded by the others? What is with the others and what's going on with them? And I think that the big thing is going to be that last 3 minutes, like Craig just said, and what's going on with the rest of the season.
All right, we will keep our eyes peeled. It's going to be a big night for television. Sean, Keith, I want to thank you both for joining us very much. We'll have more on these TV finales tomorrow after we find out what happens on Lost and Idol tonight. We're going to keep you updated.